Here, let me give you a card for my new film.
Thank you very much.
Slide.
Awesome. Could you sign it later?
Yeah, I will. I'll be happy
Thank you very
to.
much. Slide. When is it premiering? Let's just start with the interview.
Yeah, let's do it.
He just gave me a card for Slide, his new feature film. Is it going to be a feature film or is it going to be a short film?
Oh, it's a feature film. It's going to be 80 minutes, something like that. It's almost done. I got about 4 more months to finish it, but it takes a while for it to get out in the festivals and play the festivals and get booked and sold. So probably a year, maybe a year and a half before it comes down here, I think.
Nice.
Be patient.
I am.
Yeah. Your English is very good. Where'd you learn English?
Oh, my dad's from New Jersey, Mom from Argentina.
That's a good combination. Jersey and Buenos Aires. Yes.
I have to admit, I saw your films in school.
Good.
At university. At first, I was like, what is this thing? And I wanted to know where you draw most of your inspiration.
What class was this?
Film.
Film class, okay. Wow, they show animation and film. That's great. Quite honestly, I live in New York. And New York, if you've been there, it's a real cartoon town, especially a weird cartoon town. There's so many different cultures and weird outfits and weird people and faces that I get very inspired just walking down the street. I can get 2 or 3 good ideas walking 1 block in New York. So I write them down, and then at a later time I'll say, oh, this was a funny idea. Maybe I can make a film out of it. And that's what happened with Guard Dog, my number 2 Oscar-nominated film. I was in a park in New York City, right where I live, and I saw this dog barking at a bird. And I wondered, why is that dog afraid of this cute little tiny bird? And then I got into the dog's brain and I realized he was afraid the bird would attack his master and he would lose his home, lose his meal ticket. And so I thought, oh, that's a funny idea. So I went home right away and I started drawing dogs and started doing ideas, and just seeing something in the street, it was really inspirational.
Awesome. You're an icon in independent animation.
I don't know about that, but thank you for saying that.
I say so.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about it. Well, having Slide, maybe in a year and a half, we'll have Slide to watch. And nowadays, there's a lot of streaming services ruling the world. And I wanted to know if you were planning on premiering Slide in a streaming service, or are you going to stick to?
You know what? I don't know. That's not my decision. Whoever is the agent for it, I don't have an agent yet. It's not finished because I don't know all these people. I don't know Netflix. I don't know Hulu. I don't know Disney. And they do. They have relationships with these people, and they know how to get the best money. And so they were the ones that will decide where the film ends up. But I do hope it ends up in a cinema, because I think it will get Oscar buzz. I think it's the kind of film that the Oscar people would love.
Yes. Also, would you like to see any of your work in an IMAX screen?
IMAX screen?
IMAX screen.
No. That's too much detail. IMAX just shows every little speck. And my films are very rough and crude, and I don't think they would look good in IMAX.
You have the specs and the green of the pencil, and you actually draw everything, right?
Yes, I do. I do all the character design. I do the storyboards. I do the layouts. I do the animation. I do the coloring, and I do the special effects. So it's all me.
It's crazy. It's so much work. It looks like so much work. How long does it take you?
Well, this film took a long time because of the COVID. The COVID really cut into my business. Usually I go to festivals, I go to universities to lecture, or I do some cinemas where I show my films in cinemas, but now it's gone. So I had to stop and do some outside work to raise money for it. So it took about 5 years. 5 or 6 years, something like that. Usually it takes 3 years for me to make a film, 2 to 3 years. But this film is going to be my best yet. The coloring is so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's very different than anything you've ever seen. So I'm very excited about it.
Is it? I'm just curious about slides. So is it going to be musically driven, or is it going to have dialogue or not?
Well, there will be dialogue, but not a lot. But definitely music. I think there'll be 7 or 8 songs, and definitely surreal humor. So it's a typical Plympton film with humor, but also it has an environmental angle to it because it takes place in the woods. Lumberjacks, you know what a lumberjack is, and they fight the pollution and chopping down all the trees, and so it's really has a wonderful environmental angle.
I love the fact that it's going to have 7 or 8 songs.
Yeah, that's great music. Yeah. Well, this is, do you know Hank Williams?
Yes.
It's inspired by Hank Williams' music. I can't afford Hank Williams' music, but our musicians are really talented and they can nail Hank Williams really easily. So I saw a short film with Hank Williams and animation, and I went, whoa, this is great. This looks so cool. And that's what I hope this does.
Thank you very much, and I really hope to see slides soon.
Yeah, well, let me give you a drawing here.
Please.
This is the good guy in the film. He's sort of a Marlon Brando kind of character. He's a musician,
Awesome.
and he comes into town to save the town from these bad. It's the mayor there. They're the mayor, and they're terrible. Something like that. There you go.
Thank you very much.